Today on Forbes, why THC drinks are coming to a sports arena despite a looming federal hemp ban. Beginning earlier this month, THC-infused drinks are now on sale at Chicago's United Center, thanks to Illinois cannabis mogul Ben Kovler. The arena has become the first venue of its size in the country to sell hemp-derived beverages at concerts and other live events, but not at Chicago Bulls or Blackhawks games. With the announcement about the United Center in late January, Kovler, the 46-year-old CEO and founder of Chicago-based Green Thumb Industries, or GTI, a $1.1 billion in 2024 sales cannabis company with about 105 dispensaries across 14 states, is going against much of the cannabis world as the $28 billion hemp industry is facing an existential crisis at the end of the year. Last November, President Trump signed the bill to reopen the government after the longest shutdown in U.S. history, but it included a provision that effectively bans the sale of hemp-derived THC products, including infused beverages, edibles, and other intoxicating products. But as the chairman and interim CEO of the NASDAQ-listed Rythm Inc., which generated $6.6 million in revenue from January 2025 through September 2025, and licenses GTI's brands to manufacture hemp-derived THC drinks, Señorita and Rythm, Kovler sees an opportunity while others are bracing for extinction. He tells Forbes, quote, "There's always risk with stroke-of-the-pen policy, bans, and things like that. We see that as kind of a given. That's just part of the deal, regulatory changes." For now, if the federal hemp ban is not struck down before November of this year, delayed or replaced with regulations, Rythm Inc.'s business, and most of the businesses in the $28 billion hemp industry, will go up in smoke. But Kovler says Rythm will pivot, just as GTI has had to adapt to new state laws and regulations across the 14 states it operates in. He says, quote, "We've been very good at that, so it doesn't bother us. If the hemp loophole closes, current hemp products would no longer be legal, so we would not be selling products that are illegal." Rythm, of course, is a tiny business in a much larger industry. It generated $9 million in sales in 2024 and $6.6 million in 9 months of 2025. Full-year financials are not yet available. But GTI, which is publicly traded in Canada due to marijuana being federally illegal in the US, has invested tens of millions of dollars into the company, which is listed on the NASDAQ thanks to the fact that hemp and hemp-derived THC is still currently federally legal because of the 2018 Farm Bill. In 2024, GTI purchased a 49.99% stake in Rythm, which was named Agrify at the time, for $18.2 million, and then invested an additional $50 million into the business via a private placement and convertible notes, as well as licensed its house of brands, including Rythm, Dog Walkers, and others, so the company could start making and selling hemp-derived THC beverages. Rythm later acquired Señorita for $19 million worth of its stock in 2024. With alcohol sales declining for the past couple of years and consumer tastes changing, Kovler says now is the time to double down on THC beverages. Hemp ban be damned. In August, Gallup found that only 54% of Americans drink alcohol, the lowest rate in the pollster's 90-year history. Jim Beam, which used to be owned by the Kovler family until the 1960s, has paused production of its whiskey at its main distillery in Claremont, Kentucky, starting this year due to declining demand. Kovler says, quote, "We're seeing people really get turned off by alcohol. Nearly half of Americans think THC should be as socially normalized as alcohol, and so a big part of what we're doing is normalizing that." For Kovler, the time to invest in hemp beverages is especially providential because many competitors of GTI's size, including Connecticut-based cannabis company Curaleaf, are shuttering their hemp businesses ahead of the ban. He says, quote, "For us, the North Star has always been the consumer. What do consumers want and what's going on with the product? We've seen a dramatic new category pop up at America's liquor stores and restaurants and on-prem and events, which is THC beverages." For full coverage, check out Will Yakowitz's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.